Now let's bring you to the crisis in San Juan. Tonight we have some good news to share with you on this story. Help is starting to roll onto the island. There are 3,000 shipping containers full of food, water, and medicine waiting at the port right now. So why isn't it getting to the millions of people who need it?
It's been sitting here since Saturday. They don't have the trucks showing up to pick it up. People aren't arriving. The governor says they can't find some of the truck drivers. They don't have enough trucks.
Puerto Rico's governor has asked for school bus drivers to volunteer to drive those trucks to the areas that need help. And in just a few hours, they'll have some backup from the U.S. military.
Now, Defense Secretary James Mattis gave the military a simple mission. He summed it up in one quote: "What they need is what they get. Make it happen." And tonight it's happening. Here's what we know. The National Guard, the Marines, and sailors have brought 10 airports on the island back online. That means 10 relief flights an hour can touch down, and they won't take up space at the main airport. They're going to leave that open for the passengers. 1,000 troops with special experience in moving supplies through dangerous areas is on the way, and they will join 5,000 active duty forces and 2,500 National Guard members already at work. And heading up all of that is this man, Brigadier General Richard Kim, and his mission is to coordinate the resources already on the island. He's got to get word to the Pentagon about whatever else they need.
In addition to that military help, there is civilian donations too. Dozens of Puerto Ricans in our area have supplies ready to go, but they need help getting them south. Stephanie Ramirez picks up the conversation from here.
I'm going to take you back there, but this whole warehouse is full of donated items, and this isn't even half of it.
We literally squeezed through to see the rest.
You okay?
In the back, at least 13 pallets of water and Pampers wrapped, weighted, and ready to fly or ship.
Es impresionante.
Then there's a second location, another donated space in Chantilly, Virginia.
You see your hometown completely destroyed, flooding in houses with roofs torn off. I couldn't just sit home and not do anything.
This all started with various Puerto Ricans in the D.C. area wanting to help. Through social media, it blossomed into a huge grassroots effort with even police chipping in.
Epa!
But in this excitement,
It's a weird mix of feelings because we got all of this here, and it's not where it should be.
the problem, they can't find an organization with the capacity to send all of these needed goods to the island. But they did manage to send at least one load. The Humane Society donated some space on their plane, the group packing at 3 a.m. Monday morning.
Somehow we made a contact.
Now under the name Unidos por Puerto Rico, DMV.
We need to get this over there because there are people that are desperate. There are people that are dying.
Even though the group is looking for transportation, they are still collecting goods that you might want to drop off. I'll be sure to have that location for you on our WUSA9 app and WUSA9.com. In Chantilly, I'm Stephanie Ramirez.
Now, a lot of you have been asking about Old San Juan. That's the popular tourism district. That's where the cruise ships dock. Well, we just got video from there today. Seems that part of the city actually fared pretty well during Hurricane Maria. A few shops and restaurants are even open again, but they don't have any power, and they might not be back on the grid for months. Let's put that in perspective here real quick. Puerto Rico, about the same size as the state of Connecticut. So imagine that whole state with no power and very little cell service. It's home, Puerto Rico is, to more than 3 million Americans, meaning it has more people than Iowa, Arkansas, and Nevada.